everyone! As you can see, I am wearing no makeup, so this means it must be a tutorial day. After the success of everyone watching my how to contour pale skin video, I thought I would do a similar thing for concealer. Concealer is one of those products where it is a must-have in your makeup bag, but a lot of people are often daunted by the prospect of it and you can get it really wrong. When you've got pale skin, it's really hard to match up colours, and that is where I tended to struggle. So watching lots of other tutorials, reading lots of blogs and things like that, I finally decided to work out how to conceal my skin properly. I've sat in a different room today because this has the best light so that you guys can actually see where I'm going to be concealing. When you're doing your concealer, you want to focus on a few main points. This is this section here, which is your under eyes, this section here, which will be your highlight, here and also here, and then obviously any blemishes that you have on your skin. To start with, use a really good moisturiser to soften your skin. I've gone ahead and used the Clarins Multi-Active Day Early Wrinkle Correction Cream, and they say that you should start fighting wrinkles in sort of your mid-20s. I'm 24 now, so I've started thinking about that because it's better to prevent them than try to roll back. Then what I would say to do is get your foundation and apply this on any red areas. So you can see I get red tones just around here and just around my chin. So I'm only going to apply it to the red areas, and then we can get onto our concealer. And for anyone who's wondering, I'm using the Sheer Glow foundation, and this is in Light 2 and it's the Mont Blanc. I was a bit worried about the colour because I thought I might have got the wrong when I ordered it, but when it came, it's actually a really good colour match for me. Sheer Glow, I just like to dab it on my skin because I find that you get a better effect with it than if you use a brush or anything like that. So I'm just taking really small amounts, and you can see it's just evening out the skin tone. You don't actually need a lot of Sheer Glow for it to make a difference. It actually works best as well when it's sort of patted into the skin. It's a really nice Sheer Glow. Haha. There we go. To show you the next bit, I'm just going to pull my hair away from my face. You can see now that I've got a nice sheer cover, and you can see that everything is clear and I've got the same skin tone. The only problem is I have some redness on the inner corners of my eyes here and here, and I also, if you angle, you can see I have bags here, and I have dark eye circles here, and I also have a blemish here. Now what I used to get wrong with my concealer is I used to just go straight ahead and use a light reflecting concealer without correcting the colour first. When you think about it, you're just basically applying a highlighter in the areas, and it's still going to be a different colour to the skin. So what you want to do is find a peachy toned concealer. Something like this one by Wake Me Up by Rimmel is perfect for anyone with pale skin. I think I got this one, it's actually rubbed off now because I've had it so long. I think this was in Ivory, so it's a little bit more orange than I would normally use, but it's perfect for adding a peachy tone under your light reflecting concealer. And to apply this, I'm just going to dab a few little circles. The best thing to do when you're applying your concealer is just to layer it, so you can always add more. So just remember, you can just add little dots of it. Try not to go too OTT. Quite often you see people who do the full eye, but just this is enough, just in the areas where you have the dark circles, and also just in the corners of your eye. You can also apply it to blemishes, and also dot it down here like the creases of your mouth. Now if you want to add a small highlight above your lip, you can do that too. And then all I would do now is use your finger here and just dab that in gently, and you'll start to see already that the lines and the shadows start to disappear. So I've done one side now, and I've left that side. As you can see that the redness around my eyes has started to go, but the sections are still quite orange, and that is what the light reflecting sort of stage will do, or the lighter coverage will achieve for you. Now for the next stage, I have got two concealers. I'm going to use one on one eye and one on the other. One is a High Street range. It's basically the 17's Daytime 18-hour concealer in Extra Fair, and it's the only sort of high street concealer that I found that seems to be light enough to be able to go a shade lighter than my skin. And then The next thing that I've got, which I'm going to use on the other eye, is a high-end product, and that is the Mercier High Coverage Under Eye Concealer, and I've got that in colour 0.5. So again, that's a really light colour. This one's very thick, and this one is slightly... where's it gone? This one's slightly thick. I just wanted you guys to see that you don't have to have high-end products to get the look that you need, but I also wanted to show you what each of them can do. So we'll start with the 17 concealer. Again, we're going to follow the same principle as we did with the Rimmel, and you're just going to dot it in the areas where you think you need a bit of an extra highlight. And also on any blemishes. And then you're just going to blend with your finger, and you'll see that it's really starting to take shape now. All of the shadows are starting to disappear, and you look like you've got really flawless skin. If you've had an extra heavy night and you feel like you needed a bit of extra coverage, just add a little section into the inner corner of your eye, and that can make all the difference. And it just brightens up the whole eye area. So that is the Rimmel side. As you can see, my eye bag is now practically gone. Now if I was to layer that with some powder and finish off the makeup look, I would have a really flawless finish. Now on the other side, now I'm going to use the Mercier High Coverage Concealer. This one's quite thick, so you might choose to apply it with a concealer brush, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again with my fingers. It's got a slightly creamier consistency, and it can be slightly harder to blend. But it is a really good product that lasts all day. And then in the same principle, you're just going to blend it into the areas that you think need a little bit of extra help, and just pat it with your fingers until it all blends in. As you can see, a little of this product goes a really long way, and it's also a really light colour in comparison to the one that I've used on this side, so you can really see the difference between the two products. So as you can see now, that side's finished, and you can barely see the bags under my eyes anymore on both sides. If you have the money, I would definitely say to invest in the Mercier concealer. It's really, really good, and because such a little goes a long way, it's going to last you for pretty much ever. Well, not forever, but you know what I mean. If you're on a budget, then I definitely recommend to you the 17 Stay Time Concealer. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I'm thinking of doing a pale skin series of videos and how-tos, and how to basically work with your pale skin. If that's something you'd be interested in, please comment below and let me know. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, thanks, bye!